Before we get into today's video, I just want to let you guys know that this video is for educational purposes only. Please remember to be kind to everybody everywhere, in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below. Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. I hope everybody got to spend time with your family or people that you love, or got to do something, even if it was just relaxing. So before we get into today's video, I did want to let you guys know, if you don't already know, hi, my name is Christina. I do have a second channel, which is Casually Christina. We just do things more casually over there. I also have a Patreon. My Patreon's for 18 and up. And over there, we talk about more personal stuff. We go live over there. There is a $2 tier for all the true crime stuff that cannot go onto YouTube. Do their terms and policies. That goes over on my Patreon under the $2 tier. Just make sure you read the full about section of what each tier offers before you join. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Like to Know It. And Like to Know It is a platform where you can find links to a lot of the things that I like and that I use and things that you guys ask about. And all of those platforms are linked down in the description box if you would like to come and check me out. Before we go any further, I did want to stop and thank today's sponsor, HelloFresh. I love the holidays, but with how busy they are, I am always looking for new ways to stress less, and especially going into this new year. HelloFresh helps make mealtime manageable and saving you from searching for recipes or all that grocery shopping. I mean, you just go on their website, you pick out your meals, and everything you need is delivered right to your front door. And if you're coming back from traveling, or you want to go into the new year eating more like home-cooked meals, HelloFresh has got you covered, because every recipe includes high-quality, sustainably sourced ingredients like produce that comes fresh from the farm. And there's always something for everyone to enjoy on HelloFresh's weekly menu. And with 50 chef-crafted recipes to choose from every single week, plus customizable options to make your meals just the way you like them, you'll be able to easily satisfy every single craving. I have been using HelloFresh for years now, and I love all of their meals, and it is soup season. These warm, cozy, delicious soups that I can get from HelloFresh, oh my gosh, they're so tasty, and they just hit the spot. But my absolute favorite way to use HelloFresh is by ordering the quick and easy meal recipes. These meals are ready in just 20 minutes or less, and every one of them are delicious. If you want to try HelloFresh, you can get up to 10 free meals and free shipping on your first box at HelloFresh.com with code ChristinaRandall10FM. Yes, that's free meals applied as discount on the first box, new subscribers only, and it does vary by plan. That's up to 10 free HelloFresh meals and free shipping. Just go to HelloFresh.com, use my code ChristinaRandall10FM, and you can save today. Thanks again, HelloFresh. So before we get into this full story, I wanted to say that this is the first time that I have heard someone literally say, I'm a good mom, I'm a really good woman, I'm a good mother, I have veneers and everything.
Really good woman, I'm a good mother, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I have veneers and everything.
I'm sorry?
I said I have veneers and everything. I don't look like this.
Okay.
Now, obviously, y'all probably heard that and was like, what? Me too. So let me bring you back to November of 2023. 32-year-old Tiffanie Lucas was living in Shepherdsville, Kentucky with her two sons, 9-year-old Jaden and 6-year-old Maurice, who she called Peanut. Maurice was in kindergarten and loved playing soccer, he loved animals, and he loved video games. And Jaden was known to be a really good student who really loved school, baseball, and playing video games as well. They had 2 cats that they adored, and the 3 of them all lived in Shepherdsville, which is in Bullitt County, in a home that Tiffanie rented. Shepherdsville is just south of Louisville and has a population of about 14,000. It's actually the second largest city in Kentucky. just behind Louisville. It sits along the Salt River and is said to be a fairly nice area. Now, on social media, and y'all, I was digging all through this social media page, looking at everything, reading comments, y'all, I was off in it. Do you hear me? On social media, it looked like Tiffanie had it all together. She was a single mom who posted all the time, actually. Tiffanie seemed to be an entrepreneur. She actually even opened a convenience store in 2017 and made the news doing it.
Ms. Tiff's one-stop shop convenience store on West Broadway. We spoke with her 7 years ago about the impact as a young entrepreneur after Walmart pulled its plan to open a store in that same area.
A lot of people don't make their way down here, but if there's a Walmart, you come out of the woodworks for Walmart. So probably would have brought a lot of people to, stop and check us out.
And in 2019, she was posting on her Facebook page about a painting company that she had started, and she was like selling clothing items as well. Now, according to documents from ABC Online, Tiffanie was charged with substance charges in 2018. She had recently dealt with some hard stuff. She had lost her father. She lost one of her child's fathers. And I even saw while digging through her Facebook at one point she had a friend that she'd posted a photo with saying that she had went to heaven and stuff like that. And so it does seem like she had quite a few people around her who had passed away. Officers had even come out to the home a couple of times after family members ended up calling CPS on her. Now, it's not completely clear why they were calling CPS on her or what even came from those investigations. However, family members say that CPS was no help. They claim that Tiffanie was using substances and they were worried for the boys' well-being. According to Tiffanie, she was prescribed painkillers due to a dental procedure that she had in 2018. And this is where she says that she became hooked. According to Tiffanie, when her prescription ran out, this is when she looked to the streets to basically get what she needed or felt that she needed. And then when the new substance came out that starts with an F, that big word that we all hear and go, ooh, that stuff. She said that when it came out, it was stronger and cheaper, and so she began to do that. As a matter of fact, according to Tiffanie, she began to take this stuff, which she said was very accessible on a regular basis. In 2018, it became so bad that she actually ended up losing custody of Jaden and Maurice, but she was able to work a program and get them back. However, she did relapse. Now, these family members, the ones that were calling CPS and were very concerned with what was going on in the home, say that they tried very hard to help Tiffanie. Matter of fact, they claimed that they even offered to take the boys in themselves, but they say that Tiffanie always denied them. She did not want their help, and as a matter of fact, it seems like the more that they tried to help, because they loved the boys. Okay. Matter of fact, they were saying, hey, we'll take them, we'll raise them while you get yourself together. It seemed like the more that they reached out to help, the more that Tiffanie drew back with Maurice and Jaden. However, if you were the family from the outside looking in, or maybe knowing that stuff is going on behind the scenes, but then you see her social media with all these happy photos posted and stuff, it was very, very difficult for them. It seems like they did all that they could. By 2023, Tiffanie claims that she was already ready to quit that mess for good and completely start over. She said that she was just completely exhausted and tired of hiding what she was doing and going through from her friends, her family, and especially Jaden and Maurice. Now, at this time, she claims that she was taking just enough of that stuff to keep her from getting sick. And according to her, she had just gotten a new job working at a law firm, and she was making about $30 an hour. Now, as worried as Tiffany's friends and family were, they could have never, ever expected what would happen next. On November 7th of 2023, Ring doorbell footage from a neighbor's house shows Tiffanie seemingly up on the porch with her dog, Blue. Now, it seems like the neighbor answers the door, and this is where Tiffanie goes on kind of like a rant that I would say is out of this world type of rant. And she's talking about how she needs this neighbor, to be an anchor in her life, and says that she's like talking to God. And she keeps talking to her dog, telling her dog, like, don't bark at her. This is her house and she's my friend. And it's very bizarre. Watch this.
Blue, come here. This is her house. Don't bark at her. Blue, sit. Sit, no. Sit. I thought you like Blue. This is her house. Blue, I'm sorry. I think you're in my life. Blue, you need to go. This is my place, not yours. You need to go. I need you. I need you. Yeah, I need you. God is talking to me. And I'm just I need to your mother. I need to have a people around me. I need family. I need to come. I need to mission. I need to come out and live it out. I need to
Now, later on that same day, Tiffanie is seen on the security camera at a Waffle House with the two boys. The server said that the kids were just laughing, they were cracking jokes, but Tiffanie was not. They say that Tiffanie was basically just staring off into space, and she kept like looking behind her as if somebody was coming after her. Another server said that she did not really seem normal, or that she said that she just wasn't like okay. Then another server said that Tiffanie did not say 2 words to her, and that when she paid, she was shaking her hands and just busted out crying. It was very bizarre. They also believe that in some way she was like reaching out for help, but they didn't really understand at the time or know what to do. Then the following day, on November 8th of 2023, this is when everything that was bubbling under the surface came up. Officers responded to Tiffany's home when a call came in to 911 from neighbors who say that they heard gunshots coming from Tiffany's house. There's also Ring doorbell footage from where Tiffany went up to a neighbor's home and was seemingly crying and asking for help. When officers arrived, they found Tiffany lying face down in her neighbor's driveway, crying, saying that her sons were dying.
She conscious? Is she conscious? Yeah. Ma'am, what's your name? Huh?
Tiffany.
I can't hear you.
Tiffany.
Tiffany?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tiffany, I'm going to change these handcuffs out, okay? And then I'm going to roll you over and I'm going to sit you up, all right? Make us move everything. You got your handcuffs on. Now I'm going to pick your hands up so you can take these off. Do not struggle, do you understand me? Okay, now, I want you to listen to me. I'm going to take this arm. You're going to roll this direction, okay? You're going to sit up at the same time. You understand? 1, 2, 3. Take this leg, fold it in, make that foot touch your knee. Roll to the side, on the ground. Now, we're going to roll again this way, and I'm going to assist you up on your feet, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Have you taken anything? Have you been drinking? Then why can't you stand up? You just don't feel like it, huh?
I said I don't feel right.
Don't feel right? Okay. I guess we'll put her in my car, and when EMS gets done in there, they can come over and check her out.
Meanwhile, officers had gone into Tiffany's home, and this is where they found the two boys had indeed been injured. The gun was lying on the bed next to them.
Did or not find it?
Huh?
Did or did not find it?
They said they haven't found it yet, but EMS moved a bunch of stuff, so we'll have to find it later. Once the detectives get done, worst comes to worst, I can bring the dog in and he can locate it.
I think it's on the bed, but they moved it right there. And I'm not trying to interrupt.
I got you.
right
No, I got
so,
you.
but we did clear it out.
Cool. Cool. What do y'all need? You just want to get something?
I think they got everything at this point. She didn't have it with her, did she? Didn't throw it somewhere else on the way out, did she?
I don't know. When I got here, she was laying face down in
You
the
like
bed.
that?
They said they cleared the house.
Yeah, she was laying on the. She was on the driveway next door.
EMS?
Why was she cuffed? Why was she taken?
Because she apparently admitted to someone that she.
We don't know
Was
who
her
that.
dad, or was this guy here that said she did?
She come over here, fell out in the driveway. His wife seen it, which Christina got a statement from him. She got him, and apparently she told him that she kids. He went over and looked and seen them, and then came over here and called.
And this is this guy right here?
Yeah. The gentleman in the green shirt and the female in the black pants and green shirt, Christina got a statement from them. I changed out the handcuffs so we didn't have to worry about that. Got her off of her face, rolled her over on her butt, got her up, put her in my car, turned the AC on.
She was told she was detained, right?
Oh yeah, she knew. The only thing she has said to me since that is, are they still alive?
The boys were immediately rushed to the hospital, and unfortunately, they both passed away. Now, while still at the scene, EMS checked Tiffanie out to make sure she was physically okay.
Come on, step out for me so I can check you out. You want her to sit on the bed or what?
Yeah.
Which way you want her head? That way?
Sit right there. Pull that head up first.
There you go. Sit down right there. Turn your feet that way.
Alright, are you hurt anywhere?
I don't care.
Where are you hurt? Huh?
I need to get her.
Yeah.
Talk to me? You can't talk to me?
All she told me was she didn't feel right.
Okay.
I got her up off the ground.
What's your name? Tell me your name. We're just here to help you. Can you tell us? Can you tell us how you're feeling or anything like that? Are you injured? Does anything hurt?
All we were told is she made it to the neighbor's house and passed out. He come out and found her that way, and then she
Do you have
woke up
anything
and
hurting
told
on
him.
you at all?
Daniel, you got scissors. All right, I'm gonna cut your sweater off here. Make sure that you're not injured anywhere.
Tiffanie was arrested and then she was brought into the sheriff's office for questioning. She continued to act very strangely and even said that she had got shot herself in the head, or she said in the ear, and that she only did what she did to her sons because she was being manipulated through Facebook and she was being manipulated through the internet.
Just a wand, okay? It's just to check you. You got anything on you? Nothing? Just the handcuffs? Yeah. It's just picking up the handcuffs and ankle bracelet. Okay. You got a necklace on? Earrings?
I shot myself.
Huh?
I shot myself in the head.
You what?
Shot myself in my ear.
You shot yourself in the ear? Which ear?
This one.
I don't see anything.
There's nothing there.
Okay.
Okay.
I know I seem ugly, but I'm not. I feel like I've been manipulated. The game systems and everything, been manipulating my children, manipulating my mind.
Really is?
All them game systems and, just everything.
The games, you said?
Yeah, like PlayStations, all the games that the kids play.
Yeah.
It manipulates their mind and it makes it to your mind.
Yeah.
From there, Tiffanie was officially charged with 2 counts of capital murder. Now, initially, Tiffanie pled not guilty by reason of insanity. She claimed to have had a psychotic episode and that she was trying to protect the 2 boys from an abduction. According to Tiffany's lawyer, Tiffanie never imagined a life without the 2 boys, and so she had actually turned that weapon on herself, but it jammed. He also claimed that Tiffanie had been withdrawing from these substances, and this psychotic break was a symptom of that. And something I found very interesting, and we have talked about this before, and frustrating, they did not drug test her when she came into the jail, which I do not understand how it's not protocol. Everybody that comes in, they should be testing so they could document the amount of people that do what while they're on certain things. Unless, never mind, let's keep going here. Tiffany's trial was supposed to start December, this month of 2024. However, she decided to change her plea to guilty. And from what I can tell, there was no plea deal at all involved. She was basically throwing herself. This is what I believe. I believe that she knew she was going to be found guilty. State was not offering her any kind of deal. And so the only option they had was to throw herself at the mercy of the judge in the court, because she went for a sentencing from just the judge versus a jury. Now, given this, the only thing left to do was to sentence Tiffany. Now, at her sentencing hearing, arguments were presented by Tiffany's lawyer and the prosecution. And again, Tiffany's lawyer claimed that Tiffany suffered from a psychotic disorder. They also played those clips that we watched earlier from the day before the incident where Tiffany was telling the neighbor that she needed help. And there was another clip that was shown where Tiffany was taking the boys to the Waffle House. At her sentencing hearing, 6 family members gave emotional statements to the judge, including Maurice's father.
You know, Jaden was the only thing we had left. And you took him from us. You know, I had already lost his dad. And then my other son. And then you took Jaden. You have ripped our lives apart.
Ever since my son was born, I begged Tiffany for my son on so many different occasions because of drug use, the prostitution that she did, and the other way she had him in a harmful situation. I didn't just lose Maurice November the 8th. I lost my son really the day he was born, because ever since he was born, she held my son over my head. I begged her so many times to keep him out of harmful situations. Yeah, I cursed her. I threatened her. I did a lot. But only on behalf of my son. I begged her. She knew it. It's simple drug abuse. It's manipulation. I called around. There's not nobody in this courtroom I haven't called and talked from my family to her family that haven't heard about me asking for my son and wondering what was going on with him. She kept him from me for a year straight.
And as you can see, those testimonies were very emotional. Ultimately, the judge sentenced Tiffany to 2 life sentences.
A mother is more than the giving of life. It is providing food, clothing, shelter, but more importantly, love and security. I cannot imagine the sheer horror these children must have experienced seeing their mother with a gun. The sheer horror that second child had as he heard the discharge of that weapon for the first child. And maybe even both of them seeing their mother pull the trigger, taking their life. Count 1, the court will adjudge the defendant guilty of the offense of murder and fix her sentence at life in prison. On count 2, the court will adjudge the defendant guilty of the offense of murder and fix her sentence at life in prison.
And apparently in Kentucky, the law allows for Tiffany to be eligible for parole after serving 20 years. The family's definitely not happy about this, but the prosecution has said that he does not believe that she will be granted any parole. And as a matter of fact, one of the boys' aunts spoke again outside the courtroom and reassured everybody that she would be there at every parole hearing forever.
Life is 20 years. So in 20 years, she'll go up for parole. And I'll be there. She had support from every one of us, including my brother's girlfriend. Like, she had support. You had a psychotic break because you did nothing. Let's tell it what it is. You all can paint this. I had a horrible childhood. We can paint this picture all we want to. Yes, things happen in childhood, but you made the decision to take their life. You did that. And the only reason I feel like she decided on the move they made today and allowing the judge to sentence her versus a jury is because she could have ended up with more time. I know what it is with her. That's why I spoke directly to her, and she knows I'm not playing. She didn't deserve them, and like I told the judge before, when they took custody, you will ruin them, and that's what happened. The only peace I have in this is knowing that you can't hurt them anymore. And I'm pissed.
But in the end, Tiffany's defense said that this all happened because she drove herself psychotic trying to get clean from fent. What is my opinion? I don't think she was getting clean. I think she was very much using. I don't know her though, and I'm not a professional. This is my unprofessional opinion. I think she had every opportunity to give those boys to family members that were sober and stable and loved them, but she was too busy trying to put them on her social media and use them to make herself look good online. That's what I think. She should have gotten herself right and as a mother been selfless and gave them to people that could raise them while she got herself together. That's what I believe. Just 2 weeks before this happened, Tiffanie posted all these happy photos of her and her sons in their costumes on Halloween. This is a situation where, and again, in my unprofessional opinion, I do believe that Tiffanie is going to have a very hard time in prison. I do. I don't know what the prisons are like in Kentucky. If she was in Florida, I know she would. But I would assume up there, she probably is going to have a hard time. And for a couple of reasons. One, I think that Tiffanie is what socially would be considered, just by her looks, we're not talking personality or choices that she makes, a pretty or a good-looking young woman. That's already going to make her a target in the prison system. She kind of carries a RBF or like a stank face all the time where she's looking like that. That's going to make her a target too. And then when people find out what she did, if she was somebody she's not going to be able to lay low. And I think she's going to have a really hard time in prison. I really do. And I guess that's just something that she's going to have to deal with if that is what happened, or maybe that's not what will happen. At the end of the day, my heart breaks for the family. I'm sure a lot of y'all know what it's like to have someone that you know is vulnerable or someone's in vulnerable situations, and you've done everything you can. You've called every resource that you're supposed to call when you know these things are happening, and you're let down over and over again. And then for something like this to happen, like trying to grip onto oil, right? Like it just keeps slipping through your fingers. And then this happened. Devastating. Let me know what y'all think in the comments section down below. Other than that, I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. I hope y'all are eating lots of good leftovers and still spending time with your family and hugging your loved ones. Let me know what y'all think. Other than that, I love y'all. I will see y'all next week, and I hope y'all have a great weekend. Love you guys. Bye.